So hello dear students. Today in this lecture we will discuss about the future projections of the organic compounds which are asymmetric, means does not have the plane of symmetry. Okay, or we can say these compounds have actually the asymmetric center, or we can say chiral center. Or chiral center means the whole four groups attached with the carbon are actually different. Means different groups containing uh, ca- carbon center is called the chiral carbon center. That is also called the asymmetric center, and this have the two different configurations. For example, it may be the according to the DL nomenclature formula, DL system. This can be assigned as D and this can be assigned as L isomer, and this can be assigned as R isomer and S isomer. This can be assigned as capital DL or small DL nomenclature system. Okay, and these actually the chiral center containing isomers, DL isomer, RSR isomer, small DL or capital DL isomer. These are called actually the enantiomers. And we know that the enantiomer have the similar physical and chemical property except the rotation of the plane towards light in the the chiral environment. But if we talk about the chiral environment, means when you put the or we the add or dissolve the these compounds enantiomers in the solution on the chiral solution. Chiral solution means the solution which contain already the chiral moiety. Then these enantiomers so actually the different chemical and physical properties by getting by converting into the diastomers. And actually diastomers have the different physical and chemical properties either in the chiral or in the chiral environment. So uh, chiral center containing compound is either the having R configuration or having the S configuration can be determined on the basis of the CIP rule, Canning-Gold and Prelog rule. And before the operating this rule on the molecule, we have to design a molecule in such a way that the nomenclature would be correct. So Fisher have given such type of the projections to design a molecule, a symmetric molecule, that on the basis of that projections, we can actually the nomenclate, we can the properly configure the molecule or the compound. Okay, so coming on to the learning objective and the outcomes. To understand the concept of assign RS nomenclature to the stereoisomers. Stereoisomers actually these are the chiral center containing isomers. Okay, or we can say these are actually the asymmetric compounds. And understanding the 2D representation of the compounds. Actually, in the Fisher projection formulas, we design the structure of the molecule in 2D. We represent the molecule into the 2D, not in the 3D. Means all the groups are in the plane actually. And there are two lines at which the groups are present. And these two lines are actually the perpendiculars. One is horizontal and second is vertical. Okay. The learning outcome of this class student can do nomenclature of these stereoisomers. Whatever these stereoisomers they put in front of the learners, they can easily assign the the configuration of that molecule by getting the knowledge about the the Fisher projections. And the student would be able to determine the correct configuration of stereoisomer that would be beneficial in asymmetric organic synthesis. because asymmetric organic synthesis is very important in the various kinds of the industries like pharmaceutical industries, agriculture industries, food industries, etc., and also as well as in the academics, because in the asymmetric organism there is we design a special type of the asymmetric compound or isomers, which is actually the useful to the to prepare the drugs drugs which are the used in the diseases, the very serious or critical diseases. Okay, so ultimately the goal of to study or the to take this lecture is the to prepare the students to meet the requirements of the industries. Okay, they can make they can make themselves as entrepreneurs by getting the knowledge of such type of the reactions or the configurations, asymmetric synthesis. Now, what is actually the Fisher projections? So it is actually the flat representation of a 3D molecule. If a molecule is exists in the 3D, then to configure this molecule to make its configuration correctly, we just design this molecule in a flat representation. And a chiral carbon is at the intersection of horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, for example, this is the chiral carbon. This center is the chiral carbon. This is the chiral carbon. Okay, this is the center, and this is actually the intersection of these, horizontal and vertical lines. And horizontal lines are forward outer plane. Actually, this is the molecule in the 3D, but when flat representation in 2D, we design of this molecule, then it will look like this molecule, like here. Here, these groups which are present at the horizontal lines are actually the forward of the out, or we can say out of the plane, or we can say in front of the viewers, or we can say towards the viewer, because the groups which are the present or we are oriented towards the viewer are the looking larger groups. Okay, and the groups, those groups which are the away from the viewer are seen actually the smaller in the size. Okay, because as you increase the distance, decreases the size of the object in the mirror. Vertical lines are behind the plane. So this is the vertical line, and groups oriented on the vertical line are actually the behind the plane, or we can say away from the viewer. Okay, so we design this molecule in such a way. Here we have you know uh, placed these carbon containing groups CH2H, this is carbon, and CH3 groups in the vertical line, while the hydrogen and hydroxy group, these are placed in the horizontal line. Okay, so for designing this molecule, 3D molecule into the 2D, this molecule is viewed. This is viewed from this side. This is viewed from this side, from this angle. And if we see this molecule from this angle, then this hydrogen actually the placed in the right angle from this here. This is right at the right angle. This is at the left angle. Okay, these are placed right and left angle, and this group will look at the above of the vertical line, top of the vertical line. This is placed, and this is below of the line. This is at the bottom of the line. So this is placed where it is very the simple way to design the 3D molecule into the plate representation. And after designing this molecule in the plate representation, we will assign these groups. We will assign actually the priority of these groups, and there are actually the CIP rule is applicable for assigning the priority of the groups. We have already discussed about the CIP rule, and which said that for assigning a priority of the group, we just have to consider their the atomic number of the atoms which are directly connected with the carbon. So here this is the R propane 1,2 diol. This is R propane 1,2 diol. So how its configuration is R? How you can assign the configuration R for that molecule on the basis of CIP rule and sequence rule. So actually you can see here this OH group is attached with the carbon by the oxygen atom. It has the highest atomic number of these groups, and this has the lowest atomic number hydrogen. Here this is carbon and this is carbon. So both have the same atomic number, and but if we move on the second position, there is oxygen and there is hydrogen. So if according to the atomic number, we assign the groups in the priority. We so this OH group according to the highest atomic number of the oxygen. This is you know marked as first prior group, highest prior group, and this is second prior group because its priority is greater than this due to the higher atomic number of at the second position. And this is third prior group. So first, second, and third prior groups are oriented in such a way. Okay, in such a way. When we move from first to second and second to third prior group in the sequence, then our rotation will be the anticlockwise. But CIP will also say that if the last priority group or the least priority group, that is hydrogen, always hydrogen is the least priority group if it is present in the molecule. So if it is present at the horizontal line, then we have to just revert. We have to just revert the configuration, which is according to the, which is raised according to the priority rules. So suppose the according to priority rule, the our sequence is actually the anticlockwise. So according to anticlockwise, the configuration assigned should be S means sinister, that means left hand rotation or the anticlockwise rotation. And here our anticlockwise rotation is there, so the configuration assigned should be S. As S is the fictitious configuration actually, and we have to just revert it. And when we revert this, then it would be clockwise rotation, and the configuration would be R. This is actually the, we can say this is the one case where we just revert the configuration of the compound if the least priority group present at the horizontal line. But if this is not present at the horizontal line, it is present suppose on the vertical line, then we does not the revert the configuration. Whatever the configuration concludes here would be the the actual configuration of the compound. So this is the molecule. This molecule is viewed from this angle, and when we move this molecule from this angle, this OH group, this is the molecule. This means this is the OH group. This is fourth prior group is the hydrogen. First prior group is hydroxy group. Second priority group is carboxyl group according to the atomic number of the atoms attached with this carbon, and this CH3 is third priority group, and this is first priority group. So these are actually the priority order of these groups. And if we move in the priority of these groups, then our rotation would be the suppose we move from first to second, second to third priority group, then our rotation would be clockwise. Okay, and here the least priority group is present at the you know in front of the viewer. So if the least priority group is presented in front of the viewer, then we also just revert to the configuration whatever the conclude or what results from the the sequence of these groups according to the priority order. So according to the priority order, the sequence is the clockwise rotation. Sequence is in the clockwise direction, but and according to the clockwise rotation of these rotation according to the priority of this group, the configuration of this compound should be R, but it would be actually the fictitious configuration because the hydrogen is present at the top of the, or we can say in front side of the viewer. So for because actually when we design a molecule, this hydrogen or the least priority groups should be present in away from the viewer, away from the viewer. If it is present at the in front of the viewer, then whatever the configuration assigned for this would be fictitious configuration, and its reward configuration, its just opposite configuration would be the actual configuration. So according to priority, the R configuration would be the fictitious configuration, and its opposite configuration means S configuration would be the actual configuration of that compound. So this is lactic acid, and S configuration it has. Okay, and if you can't, if you are not able to make the configuration of this compound in 3D, then you can prepare this molecule in the 2D. So in the 2D, you will design this molecule in this way, where OH group is present. You will see the molecule from this angle, and OH group would be the right angle at the right angle, and this is at the left angle, and hydrogen is present at the right angle, and carboxyl group present at the top of the vertical line, and this is CH3 is bottom of the line. So, and when this molecule is, this is also 2D representation, and this is also 2D representation, but this is the flat representation, okay, in a plane, in a plane of the paper. But here these horizontal groups are actually the out of the plane, and these are actually also the out of the plane. Means these are coming towards the viewer, and these are going out from the viewer, okay. But here, all the groups are present in the plane of the paper. So this is the actually the Fisher projection formula of this compound. And of this compound, if we do RS nomenclature, then first we assign the priority to these groups. And this is first prior group, this is second prior group, and this is third prior group. So our sequence of this group is this. This is the sequence clockwise. According to clockwise sequence, the configuration of the compound would be R. But the least prior group is present in the horizontal line. So we just revert the configuration whatever assigned according to priority order. So R would be the fictitious configuration of that compound, while S would be the actual configuration. So this is the S lactic acid. So we have designed actually the compound which was in the 3D in the 2D, and after in this process there is no change of the configuration of the compound. So this is actually the correct Fisher projection formula of this that compound. If there would be the change in the configuration of this compound, then it would not be the the correct Fisher projection of this 3D molecule. But if the configuration is the same, then we can say that the Fisher projection of that molecule is the correct. Okay, so we can design such type of the Fisher projections to give us to shine the configuration to the molecules. Now the Fisher rules: carbon chain is on the vertical line. When we design Fisher projection formula of a 3D molecule, then we have to remember, we have to keep this thing in our mind that the carbon chain must be on the vertical line, means the group which contains the carbons should be placed in the vertical line, and the highest oxidized carbon is at the top of the vertical line. We must place the highest oxidized carbon at the top. In the previous slide, we have placed carboxylic acid at the top and CH3 at the bottom of the line, because the carbon in the carboxylic group is highly oxidized due to the high electronegativity of the oxygen atoms connected with the carbon. While in the CH3 group, the carbon is actually the reduced carbon. Okay, so reduced carbon, or we can say, which is not this means the oxidation state of the carbon in the CH3 group is very low actually, and this lowest oxidized carbon is placed at the bottom of the vertical line. Now the rotation of 180-degree in plane doesn't change molecule. Rotation of 180-degree in plane doesn't change molecule. If we rotate the molecule in plane by the 180-degree, then it will not change the configuration of the molecule. So we can modify molecule, we can draw the structure of the molecule in such a way where the groups are actually at the 180-degree, or we can say rotation of the 180-degree is acceptable. But the rotation of 90 degrees is not acceptable. This is not allowed, because in this case, the configuration of the compound changed. Okay, and according to any rule, we can't, the prepare such type of the we can't design such type of the structure to the molecule where configuration of the compound is changed. That is not acceptable. Okay, for example, here this is the compound have the groups in this direction, in this orientation, and this is the actually the uh, also through 2D representation of this compound, but here the groups are not in the plane, and this molecule is now rotated by the 180-degree. When we rotate this molecule by 180-degree, then this hydrogen, and OH group, they exchange their position. They exchange their position, so OH group comes at the left hand side and hydrogen at the right hand side, while these groups also exchange their position. When they exchange their position, because the rotation is 180-degree. 180-degree means these groups, comes here on their on their places. Means CH3 group take place the will go to the place of the CHWH, and the CWH will go to the place of the CH3 group. Means they fill the each other's position. Okay. So by a 180-degree rotation, this molecule is oriented now in this way. And when this molecule is drawn in flat representation, means in the plane of the paper, then now if we assign the configuration to this molecule, then the configuration would be the same of this molecule to that of this molecule. You can just um, try to get configuration of that compound. So this is first pi group, second, third. So rotation is the clockwise, then sorry anti-clockwise, and according to anti-clockwise rotation, the configuration must would be S, but the hydrogen is at right angle, so the configuration would be just opposite is R. So R configuration this chiral center has. Okay, and now talk about this molecule here. This is first pi group, second and third. So the rotation is actually the anti-clockwise. Okay, we move actually from first to second and second to third pi group in this sequence. Okay, and if our movement is actually in the or our rotation is in the anti-clockwise direction, it means we will assign S configuration to the molecule. So configuration would be S, but hydrogen is at the horizontal plane, horizontal line. So the configuration would be just reversed. So actual configuration would be the R. And here also the R configuration uh, of this molecule, this chiral center. So both the compounds have the same configuration. No effect of this 180-degree rotation on the configuration of that molecule, or no change of the configuration. So the rotation of 180 degrees is allowed because it will not change the configuration of the molecule. This is allowed. And if we rotate this molecule by 90 degree, this is the molecule, flat molecule. This is, the is a projection. And when rotate this molecule in by 90 degree, then this hydrogen comes at here, this position, this at here, this group move here, and this CH3 group move to here. So this molecule will generate. So when and the configuration of this compound is actually the R. Okay, we have just assigned in the previous slide. This is assigned, okay, R. But if after the 90-degree rotation, if we assign configuration to this enantiomer, then that would be it would be S, because here this is first pi group, second and third. So rotation is anti-clockwise, and the hydrogen is present at the vertical plane, vertical line. So there would not change, there will not revert the configuration. The configuration assigned according to the or the comes according to the priority order would be the actual configuration. If the least priority group is present at the vertical line, okay, then we does not the revert or revert the configuration. Okay, whatever the configuration comes according to priority order would be the actual configuration. So the configuration of this compound, actual configuration of this compound was R, and its configuration is S. So means by rotation of 90 degree, by rotation of 90 degree of this molecule, its configuration is changed, and that is not acceptable. We can't change the orientation of the groups or the we can't change the configuration of the compound. So a 90-degree rotation will change actually the orientation of the horizontal and vertical groups, and that is not acceptable. Means vertical after the rotation, vertical groups should be at the vertical line, and horizontal groups should be at horizontal line after the rotation. Then that rotation would be acceptable. But if the by the rotation the horizontal grooves comes at vertical and vertical grooves comes at horizontal line, then it would not be acceptable. Okay. Now to assign the RS nomenclature of the glyceraldehyde molecule, we design its Fisher projection formula just like this. This is the glyceraldehyde. Here CHO group is present, OH group also present, and CH2OH group present, and hydrogen is present. First pi group is OH, second pi group is CHO, and third pi group is CH2OH, and hydrogen is the fourth pi group. So when we move in the sequence, then our moment is actually the clockwise. So the configuration would be R. This is the actual configuration of this molecule. So to design Fisher projection formula of this molecule, we see this molecule from this angle. From this angle, this observer will be at here, or will see this molecule from this angle here. And when observer see this molecule from here, this side direction, this side, then hydrogen would be actually the left hand side, and OH group would be at right hand angle, and CHO would be at top of the vertical line, and CH2OH at bottom of the line. And this molecule, when placed in actually the plane of the paper, like the same, okay, is not coming and going away from the viewer, coming towards viewer. They are in the plane. And then we assign the the configuration in this project Fisher projection formula. Then we will get the same configuration to this molecule R plus glycerol. This is also R plus glycerol. Plus means the rotation of the light, plane polarized light by this molecule is in clockwise direction. Okay, that's why we have written here plus. So this type of the Fisher projection is acceptable. Now hint, when naming R and S from Fisher projections with the hydrogen on a horizontal bond toward you instead of away from you, just apply the normal rules backward. Just apply the normal rules backward. So whatever the rules we have applied, where hydrogen is present on the horizontal line, so we just apply the rules, normal rules backward direction. In the backward direction, I mean in the revert. Now Fisher mirror images. The Fisher projections are easy to draw and make it easier to find isomers and internal mirror planes when the molecule has two or more chiral centra. This is also the Fisher projection formula because here this is the flat representation of the molecule, but here two chiral centers are present. This is one chiral center and this is second chiral center. This molecule has two chiral center, and this molecule in this molecule there may be the plane of symmetry or may not be. This depends upon the groups. Either they are present and exist in the same direction or in the opposite direction. So lowest priority usually hydrogen comes forward. So assignment rules are backward. If this is, then we backward the rules. And here the clockwise 1, 2, 3 is S and counterclockwise 1, 2, 3 is R. If lowest priority group is coming forward, okay, then if our sequence is 1, 2, 3, then configuration would be S. In the case of hydrogen, if this is coming towards viewer, okay, and in this also in the case if our the sequence in the from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, third priority group is R. If this is counterclockwise, the sequence of the groups from first to third pair group, this is if counterclockwise, then the configuration would be R. In the case of hydrogen, if coming towards viewer, okay. And if we assign the configuration of these two chiral centers, then these are actually the SS. How this is so? Because chlorine is most pair group. This is second pair group according to the atomic number of the groups, and this is third pair group. This is fourth. 1, 2, 3. The rotation is actually the clockwise. But since the hydrogen is at horizontal plane, so if so, if hydrogen is present at the horizontal line and our rotation is clockwise, then configuration would be assigned as S. So this configuration is also S because our rotation in the sequence is 1, 2, 3 clockwise here. Also clockwise. So our the configuration of this cycle would be S. Okay. So this is the Fisher projections of organic molecules and the rules of to draw the Fisher projection formula and the rules to assign the configuration to the molecule or we can say to the chiral centers. These are the PDF links of the reference books. And now come to the MCQ session. The first question of MCQ session is the which of the following pair is not diastemeric? So actually the RS pair is actually the enantiomeric pair. And except this RS, cis trans, Z, 3-end erythro are actually the diastomeric pair. So the correct option would be C. And the cis and anti nomenclature system is used for. So actually cis and anti nomenclature system is used for diastereomers. For diastereomers. And also for the oxygens actually, because oxygens are also diastereomers. And the third question is, what will be the configuration of major product when S2-phenyl propanaldehyde reacted with the lignite agent where CHO group is in front side? So if this is so, then the configuration would be the 2R, 3R. And in that case, the configuration would be the, if this is R, then what would be 2S, 3S. And what would be the configuration of the major product whereas 2-phenyl propanaldehyde reacted with lignite agent when CHO is present backside? Then it would be the 2S3R, sorry, 2R3S, okay? Now the next question is assign a relative priority to each group bonded to the asymmetric carbon. So according to the atomic number of these groups, the first prior group is chlorine and then sulfur, then fluorine and then oxygen, okay? Which is incorrect statement for allenes. So actually, alene in the previous class we have also discussed about the allenes. Allenes have actually the cumulated dienes, cumulated double bonds they have, and they are so the incorrect statement is actually the allenes are classified as non-cumulated dienes. No, these are actually the cumulated dienes. And allenes are organic compounds in which one carbon atom has double bonds with each of its two adjacent carbon centers. Means cumulated double bonds are present in the allenes. And the question number 9, which is incorrect statement for enantiomers? They have same boiling point, melting point, density, and same refractive index in the achiral environment. This is correct. They rotate the plane of polarized light in the same magnitude but in opposite direction. So this is also correct option. Actually, enantiomer rotate plane polarized light in same magnitude but in the opposite directions. And the question number 10, for RS nomenclature working in 3D, rotate the molecule so that the lowest pi group is in Lowest priority group is in. So for assigning RS nomenclature of steady molecule, we design a molecule in such a way that the lowest priority group should be in backside of the plane, not in the plane or not in front of the. Okay, this should be in backside of the plane. One more I want to clarify that the Fisher projection formula is actually the absolute given. This gives actually the absolute configuration to the asymmetric molecules. Actually, this is not based on the experimental events. Okay, we just give RS nomenclature to the compounds on the basis of their existence in the sequence. Either they are present in the clockwise sequence or in the anti-clockwise sequence. But the configuration DL small DL configuration is actually based on the experimental event. Means if the and plus minus event plus minus configuration is also the experimental event, because there we assign the molecule plus minus or small dl according to the rotation of the plane polarized light by the molecules, by the compounds. If the compounds rotate plane polarized light in the clockwise direction, then we assign small d or plus configuration to the molecule. But if they rotate plane polarized light in the anticlockwise direction, anticlockwise angle, or the negative angle, then we assign small l or minus configuration to the molecule. Okay, so those configuration based on the experimental events, experimental the procedures, but not the RS configuration. Thank you for listening patiently with this patience. And still, if you have any doubts, any queries, any questions, then you can call me. You can ask to me. I would be very happy to answer you. Thank you. Have a good day.